What's up and good morning, everybody? This is Al. And in this one, this is teaching newbies, uh, and not those that are so new, but just some people when it comes to fishing, how you can tell when you have a certain fish on your line, right? This one right here is the black drum, right? Black drum is a powerful fish, but it's not high on attacking your baits. Comparing it to reds, comparing it to mango snapper, uh, let's see, Spanish mackerel, things like that. Black drum is either left or it's going to go right. It's going to attack, right? And when I say attack, sometimes it'll hit and then it will just pull your rod forward, right? Like a slow pull. Sometimes they'll hit fast. If it's a small ones depending on what size of water you're fishing in. I got some areas if I fish where I live and I go behind the houses, and let's say we're fishing for black drum. Black drum in those areas, when they do hit, for the most part, once they hit it, we're using live shrimp, they'll hit it, pull down on your rod, and then they'll just pull. And then you pull up on them, and then, you hook into a black drum, Carolina red. A lot of times, though, if you're fishing in the jetty or if you're fishing in the surf, and a lot of times because, in my opinion, with the water depth, when you think that you're being bit by pin perch, piggy perch, small fish in general, a lot of times that is not the case. A lot of times it is black drum. Another thing that they'll do, black drum, when you're fishing somewhere like inside the channel or you're fishing at the surf, your line will drop, right? It'll drop. If you are a person that holds your rod in hand, you'll easily be able to recognize this. But if you have your rod posted and, it's staged and standing up in a rod holder, if you got it in between the rocks or something like that, you may not be able to see what's actually going on, because a lot of times people react to their rods going forward and then they'll know they got a fish on. But if you are holding your rod, right, and you can tell that you are getting a hit, you can feel the tap, you can feel the bumps, we call them. When that happens, one of the things I like to do is when I'm holding it, and if I know that the fish is on, as far as what I mean active, there's a lot of fish that's active, and you may not even have enough time to set your rod down, because the minute you cast it, give it about 2 to 3 minutes. On a good day, black drum, if they're there, they're going to be hitting. And a lot of times when they do that, and we're fishing inside the jetties or we're fishing inside the surf, that will be the case, especially when it comes to using shrimp. If you're using fish bites, the fish bites, a lot of times they'll just pull, right? If it comes to using shrimp, though, because it seems like they're hitting it and they're biting it as they go along, just eating, and you're going to feel the bumps, right? When your line slacks down, and if it does it more than once, you see yourself catching up with it, and every time you catch up with it, it slacks again. It keeps slacking. When you finally catch up with it and then you tap it a little bit, I always like to pull mine just a little bit. And once I know if I feel weight, I can tell it's not a pin perch. You're going to feel the weight, right? You're going to feel it. And when you feel that tip of your rod just do a little bit of side, a little bit of a bend to it, then that's when I come up on it. And a lot of times that's how I'm able to land my black drum, when I know they're not hitting hard enough for me to know that I really have a good fish on my rod. Like I said, they just do what they do, man. I can't explain it any better than that, except when I know that they should be hitting, I like to hold my rod. I don't put it down, because they can hit it good enough that you'll never even know that they did it if you just got it sitting down in a rod holder or something like that. They can clean your bait off and get away. They're not necessarily going to get hooked every time. It doesn't happen all the time like that. But a lot of times when you're holding your rod and you feel that little tap, you feel something just tapping, line starts dropping, right? It starts sagging. Catch up with it, and it's still doing it. He hits it, it sags, hits it, it sags. You catch up with him. By the time it does that, go ahead and just give it a little tug. And if you feel a little bit of pressure, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be them. It could be reds too. Reds will do it. But a lot of times, reds are more aggressive, and they'll just they're going to go for it, and they're going to get it in their mouth, and they're going to snatch it, and then the fish is on. But when it comes to black drum, yeah, that can happen. A lot of times they will grab it, and sometimes they won't. And when that does happen, you just got to feel them. And you'll have more catches that way by knowing that. When you see that line drop a little bit, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a black drum. That is how you know when black drum are hitting. So with that said, I'm out. Hope this helps out. And this is actually for people that are new to the game as far as saltwater fishing, and they're thinking that they're getting ate up, because a lot of people will set their rods down, and they'll just set them down, and they're waiting to see the fish hit it. But a lot of times, if the fish is active and there's some action going on, keep it in your hand, right? Keep it in your hand. That way you can feel out what's hitting, and then that way you'll know. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all be good. God bless.